So today on Project Shop, we're over here on the other side in the small bay, and I'm gonna try and make some room in here because a bunch of projects I need to get to. Everything's just kind of randomly stuffed in here, so I'm just gonna try to make sense of what's going on here and try to utilize these shelves a little better. Now that I can actually put stuff up there, I'm going to put these AC units up on the shelf. Since it's winter time here in South Florida, I really don't need them now. I'm still on the fence of what I want to do with them. They're practically brand new units, big 5 tons. I definitely want to keep them because if I move out of this shop and get my own shop one day, those will definitely help me work in the South Florida heat. Now, the main reason I'm in here is my tire machine and the wheel balancer. I have tires for my truck, my car, my trailer that I need to change, and I'm tired of taking it other places, and I just need to see if this stuff is apparently it just needs some hoses and some air lines. So I need to clear out, get that stuff set up, move these hydraulic reservoirs. Hopefully we'll be actually building a hydraulic pump with those pretty soon. And then all these generators, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 generators. There's that Kubota generator that's for like a boat. I got to get that out of here. That's Steve's compressor. And then I have another air compressor over there that was pretty much brand new. It just sat outside and it was locked up. I've had some gasoline and tranny fluid soaking down in the cylinder. See if I can't get that thing freed up. If not, we're gonna just send it to the scrap yard, maybe save the tank, maybe pull some parts off of it. I don't know, but everything in here needs to be evaluated and gone through and sorted, and we need to make sense of all this stuff. This is all pretty much stuff for this forklift. Now, this is something I have to get on because after getting that little mini forklift, the thing's been working great. But I realized 2 things. One, for what I do, a forklift is an absolute must. And 2, I came to the limits of that forklift the other day and I realized I'm gonna need a bigger lift if I'm gonna be doing some of the things that I wanna be doing. Plus this thing here has a rotator, and this is way newer. This is actually a 2003, I think. It's probably the original tires, but I'm hoping I'm gonna have a lot more time and energy to mess around, to blow through all these projects. So I'm gonna get the little mini over here. We're gonna pull all this crap out of the way and see if we can't make some room in here. Okay, well, we got some space, and I got those 2 big units up there, and everything that was on the shelf is still up there. Now, I'm not sure the rating of this shelf. I don't think we're exceeding it. Let's just give it the shake test. Okay. Now I did, it's kind of sketchy. I did cut out all the supports on this side so that I could have my door into my other bay. I probably should put a tap con in that foot out there so that it don't go nowhere. But as long as, oh, the supports are still up top, so it's somewhat supported. Yeah, I think I will put a tap con on there. But overall, I think this is great. I'm not sure how much they weigh. It might weigh 300 or 400 pounds, if that. So if we just put, let's just say we just put 700 pounds, I'm sure this shelf here is quite capable of holding 1,000 pounds on one shelf. I've got another shelf in the other bay that's smaller than this that holds 2,000 pounds. I mean, like over the whole thing, but we just won't be hanging out underneath of it. Okay, what I'm gonna do now is I wanna pull these hydraulic reservoirs out of here. Somewhere I have the pumps for them. I got them from the scrap yard they were in their bin down in Miami. They don't buy steel, but they do have a steel bin. They deal with some industrial suppliers, and I've gotten so much awesome stuff out of those bins. It had two 10-horse 3-phase motors that were actually burned up, but the pumps were good. I have the pumps around here somewhere. So I'm hoping to build, this is going to be the start of the proper hydraulics for the Copper King. And that'll get mounted up underneath the table. We need probably 7.5 horse, single phase 220 motor. Then a pump to match it, some electric over hydraulic valves, some electric valves, and then an oil cooler so we can run it continuous. So I'm going to get a pallet. We're going to get them on a pallet because we're going to put them on the other side and get them out of here, because I really need to recover this space right here. It's pretty much just going to be dedicated to the tire machines, because I actually use the neighbor's tire machine a lot, and I shouldn't have to. So we'll get these things dialed in. I actually used this tire machine probably 3 or 4 months before the guy gave it to me. I'm pretty sure the only reason he gave it to me is because he broke the line. It just needs a new air line, or that's what he told me. And it might need a new air regulator or whatever that thing is. And then he said that the tire balancer, probably just because I moved it, just needs to be recalibrated. I don't know what all that entails, but we're going to get this little station set up for tires. This shelf here is going to be for tires. I got truck tires. That's a spare for my trailer. I got some other tires on the other side that can come over here. The very, very top shelf, they're all spare LEDs. Those are those badass lights or big ass lights or whatever they are. They're literally what these bright lights are right here. This bay came with literally nothing. I think that's interesting. South Florida, man. People, any excuse to light off some fireworks. It's, I don't even know, Sunday night, probably 10, maybe 11 o'clock at night. I don't know. But people be partying out here. Anyway, I forgot where I was, but I'm going to continue moving some stuff on out of here. And then we're going to get these things set up on the floor. Right now they're on movable dollies. I'm going to get them on the floor. I think the tire balancer, I don't know if I want to leave that there or put it over here. I think I can actually leave it there. Just slide it over a little bit. As long as I got enough to get my dually tires on here, we'll be good. And then this here, I can kind of rotate a little bit, or just bring it down and leave it on that angle so it's kind of tucked in out of the way. Oh, that's what I was rudely interrupted by fireworks. These are those badass lights that I got, and these are some other good LEDs that I got. They're good shop lights. But those are some cool looking fancy lights that I was gonna try to like sandblast and redo. They're cast aluminum. I'm actually just gonna get up there, pull them down, send them right to the scrapyard, and then I'll move these over, gain a little bit of space right here. We're gonna pull down the infrared heater. That, I believe, is just a rubber mat for the back of a truck. I kept it for the rubber. That's a pop-up tent that I don't have a top for, but we could probably just use a tarp. I've actually been I looked for that thing twice on the other side. It's over here. I'd like to get that set up on the back. And we'll pull the shroud for the forklift. We'll just throw it up on top of the forklift for now. What I want to do up there is I'm going to stick the air handler, this one. Well, what we'll do is, because they're not going to stand up, we'll lay them down. I'll do some measurements. If I can stack them side by side, you know, we'll get them in there. If not, I'll just stick them and have them stick out. I don't want to do that. I'm hoping I can get them side by side. I'll measure them. And then I have a shelf that I want to put up right here. I'm hoping it fits and I can leave the little shelf there. If not, I'll pull the little shelf out, set the thing up, and then who knows, maybe I'll move the little shelf back here. Or now that I'm gonna have all this open space, or maybe I can just stick those reservoirs over there. I don't know, man. The possibilities are endless now that I can actually put stuff up off the ground and utilize this space better than it's been being utilized. Okay, well, it decided it wanted to rain, so we're done. I'm gonna wait till the rain calms down a little bit. I'm gonna bring a couple things in and then I'm calling it a night. So far, I think we did pretty good. And, oh, let me grab my camera before I forget. My nice little magnetic mounts. Anyway, I'm not gonna be able to get both air handlers up there, but there's a bunch of bins and stuff I need to store. So all that space and above there will pretty much go towards the bins. I have Oliver coming in the morning. I'll send his little self up into that corner to get those things down. We'll relocate that stuff over, make as much room up there as possible. I'll make that my LED stash. I have a bunch of, like, this is a brand new LED. I have some other ones on the other side. We'll get them up off the floor over there. I have a bunch of tires on the other side we'll get up there. And then I'll move this stuff around. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put that. For now, I really would like to get it up off the floor, but I don't know how much space. I might be able to put it up over top up there. I'd have to make a shelf real quick for it. But that's not out of the it's not out of the question. I think I still have some uprights. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put an upright there in the corner, make some type of cross members, and then we'll have that space there. Get some more stuff off the ground. The shelving that I wanted to put here is out in the rain. I'm not going out there to mess with it. So unfortunately, that's going to be it for me tonight. I have some things to clean up and bring in. And then I'll be back here in the morning and we will finish dialing this in, get the shelf up, get a good, get this place dialed in pretty good so that I can actually come in here. I might bring my tool. I think what I'm going to do is actually bring my toolbox and put it over here on the side and keep it here so that I can start working on this thing. I brought a lot of stuff outside. I'm gonna have to go out in the rain, unfortunately, and make sure that there's nothing important out here that can get damaged. I don't think so, but anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're back at it. It's another day, and we're gonna sort this thing. We got Oliver here, and he's dressed for the occasion. So we're gonna bring the forklift back in here. I just went and got gas for it. I literally was running out of fuel and having to be real careful with my movements with it so I didn't get stuck somewhere. Anyway, I'm gonna send Oliver up there to pull them lights down and maneuver that stuff over, and then we're gonna sort this shelf, and hopefully by lunchtime we'll be done with this because I need to get to scrapping. Okay, there you have it. We have a top shelf that is absolutely stuffed. We actually got a good bit of room still up here that I can add some more stuff from the other side. Got a lot of stuff off the ground. I got my fifth wheel up out of the way finally. This is, I think this is going to be the orientation of the wheel balancer and tire machine. I might turn this one on a slight angle. I'm not sure about that yet, but before I get them off the dollies, I'm going to bring them outside and degrease them and clean them up, and you know, might even give them a coat of paint. This one here we got to be careful with. That's probably got a lot of electronics, but I do want to clean it, and then we're actually going to bolt that to the floor and bolt this to the floor. So but we got to kind of figure out where they're going to go and if they're actually going to work. I'm pretty sure that this works no problem. It just needs this air line. It might even just need to be put back on like that, and then a regulator. And there really ain't much in this that can go wrong. It's all air. Even if these cylinders need seals, that's pretty straightforward. They unbolt, you can reseal them. The only thing I'm worried about is this thing here. I'm pretty sure I have to have someone come over here and calibrate this thing. But other than that, I have to get a new thing. This actually works, but the plastic, everything, man, I hate things that are made of plastic. That's like a tool that you're going to use every day. It'd be nice to see if I can't make a nice aluminum one or something. Or just see how cheap. They're probably cheap. And then I need a new thing for this gauge here. The little pointer, and then there's a like a pincher that tells you the width that I need to get for this. These things ain't cheap, man. I've been looking at these things online because I actually want to get another one of these, like either just a broken one or a one that works, to clamp on the AC compressors. I got something really cool that I want to do for the compressor deal. But anyway, I really like the setup. I think I'll have plenty of room to get tires in, plenty of room to mount and dismount them. And now I can take care of my own fleet instead of borrowing the neighbor's stuff all the time. And then we're going to go through all this stuff. Hopefully either both of these or one of these I can get running. And then that's a pressure cleaner. This thing's leaking oil somewhere. We'll see if we can't get that. That'd be nice. This is a 3,800 PSI. It runs, but it smokes. So it might need rings. I don't know. Maybe we'll get the engine whisperer over here and see what he thinks about it. That, we're not going to do it today because I want to get on some strapping. I am going to build a shelf over top of my little, I have a stand-up washer and dryer I use to wash my work clothes. I will build a shelf above that. There's a bunch of empty space up there. We're going to utilize all the space. That way we have plenty of work room down here on the floor. And we can get in and out with the forklift. I can start tearing into this thing. Now I'm like, now that I have a forklift, I'm like petrified if something goes wrong and I'm not going to have it no more. So I want to get on this as fast as possible. I'll have 2 forklifts. Then we can lift all the scrap without any issue. So we're going to, we just checked this shelf will fit in here. We're going to bring all the parts in, get it set up. And then that's going to be pretty much it for this bay today. We're going to get kind of dialed in on scrapping. I got to get some copper in the bucket, make a little money. That way when Miami opens up, they've been closed for over a week. I haven't been paid since 2 days before Christmas, I think, or the day before Christmas. Whenever I picked up that big stator or rotor, that's still sitting on my trailer. So we need to get all that processed so when they open, we got a nice chunk for the new year. Okay, well, we're pretty much done with this side for today. We got our extra shelf up, got space under for the generator. I have a bunch of generators I need to go through. Ultimately, I'd like to either keep both of those or at least just make one good running one out of them. I was told they ran when I got them, but I do have another generator. I don't think it's this big. Down here with all the hurricanes we get, it's always good to have a spare generator or two. So I'll go through them. These other ones I really don't care about. I'm just going to play with them, see if they'll run. This one here, I actually wanted to get running and mount it on my trailer because it's small and compact and be perfect for just little things. This one I don't care about. This one I need to get rid of. That I need to get rid of. And then that toolbox is actually going to go on my trailer. And then all this stuff can go. This heavy duty angle I want to use to make my huge guillotine and reinforce the press. So we got a lot of work ahead of us, but I feel like we did a good little bit here today. We got a lot of stuff up off the floor. I got access to my tire machines now. I'm going to pull them out, clean them up, see what hoses I need for it, see what it's going to take. I think there's a company right down the road that will calibrate that for me. And we gained some space, man. So right now, I just had a customer call me about picking up a couple 1,000-watt lights. Oliver's going to take lunch. I'm going to go pick that stuff up. And when we come back, we're going to process some scrap on the other side, start getting copper in the barrel. Okay, so Oliver went and broke these down while I was out there picking up some light fixtures. Unfortunately, it's half copper, half aluminum, but there is copper in the mix. And we got some cast, so you can start getting some hey, that looks like brass, man. Is that brass? Wow. Get a socket that size right there. That's either brass or copper. It's not magnetic. Alright. What's that, cast? Yeah, cast. Okay, so while he's messing with that, actually I'm going to have him help me offload these lights. And since he did such a good job, we'll let him break down these other lights while I go eat my lunch. Check these lights out, man. I got them for free. And there's supposedly more coming. They were from a tennis court. So we got some big boy 1,000 watters metal halides. These I've had before. They're pretty simple to open up. And if these are older like they're supposed to be, hopefully we'll get some big copper transformers. And we'll let him tear into this. And I am going to eat some lunch. Okay, so now we're ready to crack some transformers. Unfortunately, two of those big ones we just recovered were double aluminum, and all of them Well, one aluminum, one copper. So I got some grinding to do. This is one of those transformers that has the notch on it. Okay, that notch won't let the press shear that. I gotta clean this one, and then I have to cut these. I just have to grind that a little bit, and they'll go right through the second press. These are 1500 watt double coppers, big boy coils, man. These are gonna be nice. So I'm gonna put Oliver on the press. Last time he ran the press, it blew a 10,000 psi line on him. So we'll see if he can get through this operation without blowing up the machine. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of copper in the bucket, and then I think what I'm going to have to do is clear out that big square tote, because now once we finish these, I'm going to move the pump over to the stator wrecker, and then I have one of these drums. That drum's full. I got a big stator there, and then I got some monsters outside, man. I think we're going to fill a big tote. We might be able to pull about 2,000 pounds plus of #2 copper, I'm hoping, in the next 2 days. So right now we're going to start on this. I doubt we'll get 200 pounds out of this, but it'll be a good start. We already got some clean nuggets, a little micro nugget. It all adds up. So what do we need? We need 2 buckets. Grab that bucket right there, that square bucket. And then in the back of my truck outside, there's another square bucket. I'm gonna get set up on grinding, get this stuff knocked out. Then we're gonna have, probably when I'm done, we're gonna have the biggest steel run I've ever had. I got the metal piece on it, I always do them last. Metal. What you have to do is take that off, back it off a half a turn. Open that up a little more, okay? Wow. These are massive nuggets, man. We're going to weigh one of them. Copper recovery on that transformer got to be really high because there was only one side of steel, and even the bottom, which is normally a T, is basically just an L. They're pretty simple too. Okay. Well, not a lot, but it's a good start. Now, let's weigh one of them. Big coil, little coil. All right, a little coil. 3 pounds. 4.5 for a total of 7.6 pounds. So, last I got was like $3.30 a pound. You're talking 25 bucks, maybe something like that. Almost $30 for that transformer with the steel and the copper. So, all right, I think that's going to be it for this video. It literally took us, I don't know if I can weigh this, like 10 or 15 minutes. Wow, I said maybe 100 pounds, right? 99.9, but it is 12 pounds. So we got basically 88 pounds of number 2 copper. Hey, that's not bad. We need 1,912 pounds more to go. So if you come this far, thanks for watching. Stay tuned because we got some massive monster motors outside. I'm gonna clear this table off, get the hydraulic pump set up over here, get the ram on the table. We got a big boy motor here. That motor right there is a tiny motor. compared to what we got outside, and that motor weighs like 220 something pounds. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? Man, that's sketchy. When that pump goes into low gear with that 100-ton cylinder, man, that's putting some pressure. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've had this happen.